peaceful, quiet morning. The backpack is ready. The tent is not. I'm ready. I'm ready to eat some food. That's what I'm ready for. I got 9 miles till I get to eat some food. It is 6:15 in the morning. That tent's coming down in about 5 minutes, and then I'm on the trail. It's a beautiful morning. That sky is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. It's going to be a beautiful day. Good morning to all. Let's rock it. Leaving the campsite. Right here is the blue blaze that goes into the campsite. Comes back out here to the trail. And as you can see, this way is the orange blaze. This is the direction I came from. And going this way is the other orange blaze, or the other direction on the Florida Trail. And here's an orange blaze here and there. According to Far Out, this doesn't even exist. This was a blue blaze all the way up to the campsite, and I would have to go backtrack to the orange blaze. This isn't even on Far Out. However, at looking at Gaia this morning, this is exactly where the Florida Trail is. So this is weird. Far Out needs some help. I don't know what in the world's going on with them lately. They don't keep up with things. Things aren't updated. They were great several years ago when I first started using them, and they're slipping. It's like the trails don't always match up with what the trails are. And I'm seeing on some of these blazes that they're quite faded. They've been there for a while. So this isn't just a new thing. So I don't know. Anyway, that's why I use 3 different apps. I use All Trails, Gaia, and Far Out, just so I could compare everything when there is some confusion as far as where I'm going and whatnot. All right, enough talking about apps. I'm going the right direction, and I'm heading towards Ebro or Ebro. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced, but there's a Subway there, and my understanding, there's also a Taco Bell there. But there's a Dollar General where I will resupply, because that is needed quite badly right now. The good news is my backpack is very light. My bear can weighs just over 2 pounds. And that's a weight that I am completely happy with for the peace of mind it gives me and the organization of having the bear can. I love storing my food in the bear can where I can see it from the outside, know exactly where I have to grab a certain thing that I might want to eat. But it weighs a little over 2 pounds. Right now, with the food in it, it's about 2.5 pounds. And about at least half of that is trash. The only thing I have in there to eat is a few Slim Jims, the little tiny ones, and 2 ramen packages. That's it. I'm depleted, which is why I'm glad the timing is correct here for me to get to Dollar General today to do some resupply. As that food, I mean, I would eat the ramen if I have to during the day, but I prefer to eat that at night. But if I need it sometime in the next 3 hours, it's there to eat. I've already eaten for the morning, kind of cleaned up the rest of the stuff in there, and I'm good for the next 3 hours until I get to some real town food, junk food. Not that it's good for me, but it's junk food that will give me high calories. All right, it's gonna be a beautiful morning. Possibility of some rain, we'll see. There is a cold front coming through, so tomorrow looks like there's gonna be quite a bit of rain, like an inch at least. So that's a lot of rain for what this area has seen here lately. It's going to be a beautiful morning. I'm raring to go. Body's feeling good and strong. No pain in the feet. Just need to sleep that off when it gets sore after a long day like yesterday. So that's a beautiful morning. Hope you can see what I see. that there is usually swamp and underwater. This is all a floodplain that is dried up right now. And looking at the map after realizing how swampy this area should be just by the look of the terrain and the mud marks and so forth on the trees and the type of trees, did some research into the maps, and I figured out why Far Out has this completely wrong. Because there's a bypass around this swamp for when it's really flooded, and that bypass is a road. And they have the red line, the trail, in other words, on the road. And then this is actually the trail, and that other is a bypass. So it's a blue blaze, it's an alternate. So they messed up on that one. No big deal. Just can't get everything perfect. Probably when somebody came out to do the markers and such, it was probably flooded and they went that route, so it just marked it there, but that is not the trail. So like I've said before, when in doubt, follow the blazes. So far, that has been very true and accurate. If that changes at any point on this trail, I will let you know. But if you're wanting to do the trail for what it is, and you're through hiking, and you're a purist, and you want to stay on trail, follow the blazes. Because that red line on Far Out isn't always accurate. I just try to get tied up from a vine there, try to keep me here for a while. I'm going to continue on this dry swamp that has not had a whole lot of maintenance done to it, because there is a lot of overgrowth and vines and such across the trail here. But that's probably because everybody keeps going the detour. That's okay. I'm not going the detour. I'm going the trail. Yeah. Well, this time at least. Just had a couple white-tailed deer jumping across the trail right here. I went over this way. Might get lucky and still see them, but most likely not. They're long gone. They're like, oh man, here comes a human. They're hunting us right now. Beautiful morning. Pushing 60 right now. It's actually quite mild. It's supposed to be up in the mid 70s, and then that cold front coming in will bring it back down in the 60s for the next few days. After that, so my clothing matches the confusion of the weather. I have 2 layers on up top and a pair of shorts down below. I don't know if I'm warm or cold. Feels good though. Going on the trail, going to town, gonna get a Subway, and gonna eat it down. I'm crazy about a Subway. This is a lot of overgrown crap right here. And with it being warmer today, I'm actually walking through this a little slower because I want to keep my eyes everywhere for Florida's many poisonous snakes. They're not very active right now, but it's, you know, we're pushing 75 today, so they could be a little more active today than they have been. And a lot of the snakes in Florida blend in perfectly with these colors right now. So keeping my eye peeled to the left, to the right, and in front. That was definitely some of the most overgrown stuff. I mean, there has been really tall grasses that I've walked through that's been overgrown, but that was more dense, what I just walked through. It was definitely harder to see left and right with going too fast, so I wanted to slow down for that. Let's see, all the snakes in Florida that I can think of that are poisonous. I probably don't have all of them, but I know most of them. After all, I lived in Florida for 25 years. You kind of know some of this stuff, even if you're not through hiking it at that moment. So you have the eastern diamondback rattler, you have the pygmy rattler, you have the timber rattler, you have the copperhead, you have a water moccasin, which is also known as the cottonmouth, and you have the coral snake. If there's other ones, I'm not sure right off the top of my head, but I think that was 6 of them. I don't know if there's 6 or more. There's probably other kinds of rattlers here, I would think. But I know there's more poisonous snakes in Florida than anywhere else in the U.S. The funny thing is living here for 25 years, I've seen snakes here and there, and I wasn't through hiking then, and I wasn't camping then, because I didn't start camping until my first through hike. But I was out walking all the time and hiking all the time. And I rarely ever seen snakes, and when I did, by far, the most I ever seen was the black racers. They were kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what you would say. They were the majority of what I seen, though. And I'm not really needing to see a bunch of poisonous snakes while I'm out here through hiking. I can live without that. I see plenty of them when I'm out west. I don't need to see them here. I'm good. If I do see them, I want to see them from a distance. But beggars can't be choosers. I think there's been about 5 or 6 different forest changes today, types of forests. Pretty cool, like different levels of a video game or something, except better, way, way better. It's really awesome though. I'm glad I'm out of the overgrown area that lasted for a couple miles. It's a slower go for sure, because you want to make sure you know everywhere you're stepping, but also what's to the left and right, because sometimes a snake can lunge, or they can always lunge, but sometimes they will lunge if they feel threatened. Most of the time they're going to get away, but When I'm out west, those western diamondbacks are a little more aggressive, but there's several times when I'm right up on them when they warn me that they're there, and they're about a foot or two off the trail, like hidden in rocks or brush or something. So you always want to look left and right when you're walking. It's a little easier here on flat ground to do that. Not as many things for them to hide in, but that tall grass, there was plenty of places there for them to hide in. But it's really cool how the forest keeps changing. I mean, I'm even thankful that I got to walk through that, because that was a beautiful area. I did look up once in a while. I wasn't looking down all the time, but it's beautiful. The clouds have pretty much covered up the whole sky now, so glad we got to see some of those beautiful sun pictures earlier, and sun video and sun views. This is just as beautiful, just in a different way. And I'm about, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles from town right now. Should be leaving the forest here shortly. Gonna enjoy it while it lasts. Well, this would look much cooler if it wasn't dry. This is all swampland. That just shows what kind of drought's going on right now. Here's some water, though, in the creek itself. That is beautiful stuff right there. The rain is falling. Some much needed rain. Right across the street there is a Dollar General where I went to resupply today. And right next to here, over there, is a gas station with a Subway. I am in a little mom and pop motel here in Ebro. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Have all my stuff out drying. Actually, I haven't got my tent out there yet. I need to get that out there so it can get dry. Because it was quite dewy last night. But I went to the Dollar General to resupply, and gas station got me a meatball sub, and I'm going to go back there and get some more food. So I got some food at Dollar General to eat tonight here. But there was some stuff that they didn't have over there that they should have at the gas station. Donuts. And then I will be heading out tomorrow. The reason I ended up setting up here, because I needed to charge everything, and literally this is all they have in this town. They have a motel, a Dollar General, and a gas station with a Subway in it, which are the 3 things I needed: town food, resupply, and to charge and just get a good night's sleep in a bed to wait out the rain. The rain has changed over the last couple days, the weather back and forth. It was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It kept changing what days it was going to rain. I think they just make it up. But here I am here today. Supposed to thunderstorm tomorrow, but that is now changed to where it's just rain in the morning, and the rain came in today. So I am watching the weather. The only way I won't go back on the trail tomorrow is if there's storms in the forecast. I'm not going to be out there with lightning if I don't have to. If I'm obviously somewhere where I don't have a place to shelter, I do the best I can. But being here in this mom and pop motel, which is dirt cheap, I'll wait it out another day. But it looks like it's moving through tonight, so I should be good. I'm all ready to go. I have everything resupplied. But that is what's going on after a nice big day. Well, half a day, I should say. Good miles for a half a day. beautiful scenery, and just trekking right along here on the Florida Trail. But I am going to say good night to you for right now, and I will see you all tomorrow, one way or the other, or the next day, or whenever, God willing. Just remember, live life and have a great night.